You're watching 13 News on Fox 11.
It is Monday. That means we're talking tech.
Our tech expert Andy Taylor has more on a new book that talks about educating kids on digital safety.
Well, we have in the past talked about digital security, and there are certain things to be careful of. Well, not only for us, but also when our kids are online. And now that school's out, some kids may be home, and it's very easy to just hand them a tablet and say, here, go ahead and, play your game with your friends. I'm going to go over here and take care of this chore. I'm going to do some work here when the kids are at home. But the thing is, there are certain dangers when it comes to that. Matter of fact, Tom Arnold is a cybersecurity expert who has said that giving a kid a laptop, a tablet, an iPad, whatever, while you're doing something else in the house is akin to letting them on the playground alone without supervision. And there is some truth to that. Now, Tom is a cybersecurity expert that has worked in law enforcement as well as fraud prevention and wrote a book about it. It's called The Digital Detective, The First Intervention. And Tom talked about why he ended up coming up with this.
There were really sort of two events that came up that caused me to think about a better way to educate. One is I've been teaching at University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and at Cal State University at the time. And I've always been, teaching the topic of cybercrime detection, those sorts of things. And a lot of times I felt that I was shouting at a wall. And so the concept evolved when roughly 2.5 years ago now, my 7-year-old grandson was playing a very popular video game. Now, both of his parents are very high in the cybersecurity field. One of them is a director for one of the big companies in Washington State in cybersecurity. And the other one is well educated in cybersecurity as well. So all the parental controls were active on this game. And it's really not to fault the game. But if you think about it, what makes cybercrime so unique is the ability of a criminal to look orthogonally at a problem to solve it. And in this situation, during the game, an avatar appeared to my grandson, held up a sign that said, "What's your name and where are you?"
The most important thing, even if you have all the cyber protection in the world, is to have that open line of communication with your kids. Let them know about the dangers of the internet. Don't be afraid to have that conversation with them, even if they're rolling their eyes saying, "Oh, come on, Mom and Dad, I'm not on Facebook. I'm on Snap, I'm on Instagrams." But have that conversation with them so they understand the dangers that are out there that could also put the family in danger. Even as an adult, you have to be careful. I play the very popular Words with Friends game. I have a lot of fun with that game. And unfortunately, there is a messaging aspect to it. I had somebody just a couple of days ago reach out to me, wanted to have a conversation, wanted to know where I was from. And of course, if they would have taken the time, because they're in a hurry scamming so many people, to look at the profile, it would have said Arizona. But instead, they're looking at that and they're just saying, okay, where are you from? Oh, you're going to say, what kind of information are you giving up? Then they wanted to move the conversation to another platform, WhatsApp, or one of the many just messaging programs which can allow you to send photos. I told her I don't exchange photos. And then suddenly they went away and didn't want to play the game anymore. Either way, you have to be careful out there. People that want to connect with you become your friends, not necessarily who they are. And that's not the reason why they want to connect with you. They want to scam you. You got to be very careful out there. So with that information in mind, just be safe. You can find Tom Arnold's book available at Apple Books. It's available at Amazon.com. Again, it's called the Digital Detective First Intervention, which is very important. I'm Andy Taylor.